Hello, my name is Miranda HP,
And I'm Connor Calloway.
and we are the Bountiful Bards,
Please join us in our first ever recorded D&D campaign.
the Fountains of Cathaidra. Okay, so now I need to find out where Maird was an accountant and where John was a dairy farmer. So I most likely need to go back to Largo or wait for him to show back up and ask him.
You could probably also go back inside and maybe look around for something like that as well. See if there's any tags or anything of where they may have worked.
That's what I was trying to do in the first place, and you were like, you didn't find shit! Okay, fine. So I'll go back in, and with this new information that I have been armed with, I will look to see if there's anything that indicates Maird's incessant need to count things and John's incessant need to milk things.
Okay. Roll an investigation check with advantage.
Nope, correct. 14 both times, plus 4, 18.
18? Okay.
Double 18s.
You see on the side of the You see on the side of the milk bottle, there is a name wrapped around the fabric there.
Okay, and what is it?
It is Morning Milk.
Morning Milk.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen this person? You know, the missing person on the milk card.
Right. And it's a little off. Maybe because it's warm, maybe soured a little bit.
Does it look like typical milk? Like when you turn it, you know how milk has like very distinctive like bluish tint and the way that it fuzzies up at the top. Like even if it's been sitting out for a while, does it feel viscous, like too thick?
Do you stick your finger in it?
No, I'm tilting the bottle back and forth.
Another investigation check, I think. You're rolling so much this game.
17 plus 4.
Ooh, it seems to be a little more thick than it should be.
So there's probably something in the milk. Well, there were seeds on the table too, so that's interesting. I'm not sure how those are connected yet, and we don't know what was in the envelope. So I will need to ask what the envelope physically looked like and what the handwriting looked like and all that stuff. But, so the milk seems a little weird too, so I'm going to take the milk.
You'll take the milk?
Yep.
All right.
Because I got seeds to investigate and milk to investigate, and I'm sure Uncle Largo knows a chemist.
Perhaps.
I am 100% sure.
So where are you going to make your way? Are you going to make your way to this morning milk place, this dairy place?
Well, I'm going to go back outside and see if Uncle Largo's back.
All right. He is, since it was like a 20-minute walk, it's thereabout as well for him to get back. So you can stand and wait for him, or you can continue investigating by yourself. It's up to you.
Well, I'm going to head towards him so he can meet me halfway, because otherwise he's not going to know where I went.
All right. You begin to head back towards the center of town.
Yep.
All right. And as you make your way back comes Uncle Largo walking down the street towards you.
I wave at him until he, notices me.
Hey, all right. What are we doing now? What's the plan?
How's Kate? She settling in?
Yeah, she started attacking the gnome, or the halfling, so she's fine.
Oh, sounds excellent. Sounds
yeah,
like a match
I think the
made.
4 of them were trying to wrangle her when I left.
Good. It'll keep them busy.
Yes.
So, couple things that we need to think about.
Okay.
First thing is, I need to know if you know a chemist.
Afraid I don't.
Okay, do you know any chemist shops?
I mean, there's some apothecaries and stuff further into town. There's that.
Okay, so we will need to visit one of those at some point.
All right.
And have you heard of this place called Morning Milk?
It's one of the dairy manufacturers around here, I believe, for the milk and cheeses and stuff like that. They're not too far from here.
So I show him the milk bottle. So that was the brand of milk that was on their table.
All right.
So, and I've heard from the neighbors that John supposedly worked at a dairy farm.
He takes the milk from you and examines it.
And Maird supposedly was an accountant. So that's why I wanted to check out the dairy farm. Okay. And if you kind of move the milk a little bit, this is why I wanted to see a chemist. It does not move like typical milk does.
He gives it a sniff. As I get to roll some dice.
Ooh. Dice, baby.
This doesn't smell right. And why has it got a shade of green to it?
Well, it seems to me like it was probably poisoned. That's why I wanted to have the chemist take a look at it and see if they could analyze it.
Maybe this is something you should give the guards.
We will, after we've had it analyzed.
They could find a chemist.
So can we.
He takes a cork and pushes it back in. It's a glass bottle with a big cork that goes into it and says, I'll hold on to this then.
Okay.
Don't
break it.
I get, okay, let's go.
I also found these seeds.
If this milk is poisoned, then whoever is at this facility probably did the poisoning.
Yes.
Odd.
But that, of course, begs the question. If you go to all the business of poisoning, well, there's a couple questions involved with that. First of all, what did they do that made them targets to be killed in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
People usually don't kill on a whim. Occasionally, but that's a bad thing. So we'd have to know why on earth they target these people in the first place. And second of all, were they a specific target of this poison? Because you know what they say, poison is a woman's weapon. But it always says...
That seems very stereotypical.
It is, of course.
If I was a murderer as a man, I would use a poison just to throw people off my trail.
Oh, it doesn't mean that men don't use poison, but it means that we can't discount women as a suspect.
Who would discount a woman as a suspect?
Plenty of people.
Okay.
You would be surprised.
So what are we doing? Are we heading to the guards now? Or are we heading to this dairy place?
Let's go to the dairy place. I feel like if we go to the guards now, they will just be like, okay, thank you, and then not do anything. So,
all right. Well, I know the way.
Jimothy out of here.
Well, let's go this way then.
Alrighty.
All right. You eventually get to the morning milk, and it's a nice little building, and you see out to the left in about 4 or 5 acres, there's 2 or 3 cows.
Only 4 or 5 acres, huh?
Just in this area. There's pathways to pastures. You see some walk paths. This is just where they have them when they're collecting the milk. It's not too far from the green area near the forest along the city. Don't worry. They seem like happy cows.
Are they happy cows? All right, good.
Give me a perception check.
1 cow's over there writing a novel. 17.
They seem like happy cows.
Okay, happy cows.
All
right. So, let's go in and see if we can talk to the head honcho.
Okay. Do you knock on the door and go inside?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You knock on the door, you hear, yeah, come on in.
In we come.
All right. You walk in, and inside you can see a few canisters with, whatever's supposed to be inside of a dairy facility, as you know. And there's an individual standing over there that's looking over a few of his notebooks and turns over and looks at you, and it's a gnome with, shaven sides of the head, slick back, blondish hair with bits of green in it. Looks over up at all of you and is like, hi, how can I help you?
Hi there. Wanted to ask some questions about one of your employees.
I'm the only employee here.
Oh, we heard that John Pikeland worked here.
I don't know who that... John Pikeland.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, I was taking care of the cat after the horrible...
They have a cat?
Yeah, her name is Kate.
Horrible?
Yeah, they died.
Do what?
Yeah.
And you're here because of a cat?
Well, yeah, we gotta make sure she's taken care of, and I just wanted to know if you knew them.
Are you with the guard?
No, I just take care of kitties. Why would I do that? You know the cat has to have the best conditions, right? And of course the cat likes your milk, so I wanted to make sure everything was as equitable for her with us as it was with them.
Give me a persuasion check.
Duh. 15.
Ooh. The DC was 15. Good job. Because he's a little suspicious of you. Not enough to give you disadvantage, though.
Don't be suspicious.
He goes, right. Give me 1 second.
And if my, bright-eyed face didn't help, I'm sure Uncle Larga looming behind me.
No, I mean, he's just kind of... You just see kind of his shoulder and his legs in the door frame, because it's kind of a smaller door, as you notice, as you had to stoop to go inside.
Yeah, he looms on accident.
He walks over to one of his ledgers and opens it up, and he's like, yeah. I picked up the Pikelands. They subscribed to me about a week ago.
Oh.
I've been dropping off their milk.
And what was your name? Sorry, I didn't catch it. I don't want to be rude.
Chanvi.
Chanvi.
That's it. Chanvi.
Well, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too.
I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Thank you.
So nice. I bet that's really convenient.
Yes and no. I try to keep it kept.
Sure.
Anyways, yeah, so I picked them up about a week ago. Seemed like good people. They wanted to change from their other milk facility, I guess.
Who is their other milk facility?
Moo, please.
Wow, I think your name is better.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, branding. I think that's what it's all about. I think that's why my business has been doing a little bit better. It's all about branding and getting your name out there and having our nice little bottles that we have. Even though people keep stealing them, I've had to file yet another report. 2 more of my bottles went missing.
Oh wow, that's rude.
Extremely. But yeah. Well, I'll cancel their route then. That's very unfortunate, though.
Did you meet either of them at any point?
Yeah, I met the wife. She was very sweet.
Was she?
She's the one that wanted to do the subscribe, and she had come by and seen if I was in her route, and I told her I certainly could be if I needed to be, and so I was.
Do you deliver to anyone else over there, or is that a new route for you?
No. Their neighbor, she's a tall, thin lady. She's always peering out her window and everything. That one, I'm with her. So I guess that they spoke to each other, and I should send her a free bottle of milk. Actually, now that I think about it.
Well, there you go, because it's always word of mouth. And
yeah.
And you're right. I do like your bottles. They're very nice.
My bottles. Do you have any?
Not one that I can give you right now because we think that somebody might have tampered with it, and we want to make sure.
Do you have it with you?
Yeah.
So do you work for the guards?
No.
I'm confused.
I was taking care of the cat, and it was on the table, and I noticed it didn't quite look right. Here.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
You get it from your uncle?
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to get it back?
Well, we're going to have to.
Because that's a big fella you got standing out that doorway.
Yeah, that's Uncle Larga. He's just here to make sure that I'm safe.
He does like a little big hand hello. Kind of resemblance of the dad from Luca.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. I'm sorry my place isn't made for you. It is quite all right. Anyways, hands over the milk. He looks at it and goes, Yeah, this isn't the color. This is green.
Yeah. It doesn't quite smell like arsenic, but...
It doesn't smell, it just smells a little off, but I don't know anything about any poisons. He corks it back and goes, Here, yeah, be sure you get that to the guard.
Absolutely. We're going to make sure that people take care of it, because we wouldn't ever want any suspicion to fall upon you, because you would never do something like that. You would never harm anybody with your milk.
Right.
Career suicide.
Yeah. So...
Which is why, see, in helping us, we're helping you too, because this will make sure that your name is forever cleared and nobody ever associates your milk with poison. We wouldn't want that.
No, we wouldn't want that at all. But that's about all I have for you. Is there anything else?
I'm thinking.
Think away.
I'm trying to decide if that was the DM telling me that was all he had, or if I need to be more obnoxious.
Roll an insight check.
On you?
No, not the DM, on Chanvi.
No, that's terrible. 3.
3? Oh, seems to be telling you everything you need to know.
Okay, well, off we go then. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all come by anytime.
Absolutely.
I guess. As you hear the door shut, he turns around and goes, I really don't get many visitors here. Maybe I should think about that. Maybe make up some t-shirts. And then the door shuts.
Pat a happy cow on the way out.
So, what now?
Well, his wife was the one who made the switch. That's interesting too, because he didn't. And obviously John didn't work at this dairy farm, so maybe he worked at the Moo facility? Terrible name, by the way.
Moo, please?
Yes, that's the one.
I think I can ask a few people to figure out where that one is. Are we going there next?
Well, we do need to check that out, and we do need to find a chemist, and we also need to find out where Maird was an accountant. Are there any big places where people are accountants?
Yeah, the trading post further in the town. When we head back in, we can check there.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's go find this other dairy place.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right. As you make your way to the other dairy area, it's a good 10-minute walk further. It's further down, because remember the city is crescent-shaped along the lake, and it's further to the east as you go, passing once again the house where the victims were. Eventually you reach, this other dairy farm, a little bit shabbier, not too bad, and it says Moo Please on the outside.
Okay, same drill, I guess.
You gonna knock on the door?
Yep.
All right. You don't hear anything back when you knock.
Are there any cows about?
There's a few cows outside.
Do they look like they've been milked? Are they pissed?
Oh. give me an insight check.
Cow
See the
insight.
cow happy level.
8.
8. They don't seem too perturbed. They seem okay. They're just not as happy, but happy.
I knock again.
Hello, can someone there? Hello? How can I help you?
Hi.
The little door opens up, and there's a guy's face just comes peering in, kind of shabby-looking hair, a little bit of a goatee, about 36-ish or so. Yeah, hi.
Are you okay?
Yes. Hi, welcome to Move, please. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to ask, is this where John Mayrd used to work, or John Pikeland used to work?
No, no John Pikeland works here.
Oh. I heard he used to get his milk from you, at least.
Yeah, I used to deliver for the Pikelands.
Do you know where they stopped?
No idea. They just said they wanted to resubscribe for somebody else. I guess somebody closer. Maybe their
Oh.
milk was too warm when it got there.
You are a little far out, but you're not too far out. Were they loyal customers before that?
Maybe for about 1 or 2 years, I would say.
Yeah. Did he get it? So you don't know anything about them besides that? He didn't work here?
No, I'm the only one that works here. That I make my deliveries in the morning.
Are there any other dairy farms around?
Uh,
Besides the other one?
what other one?
The, morning milk?
I think we're the only 2 in this area because of zoning reasons, and also kind of shrugs a little bit, talking about bureaucracy, like the non-compete clauses for certain areas and making sure economy and everything. Boring stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
All right. Shuts the door.
So he didn't work here either. So I think the only place for us left to go is to find Maird's place of work.
Did you get the name of that fella?
No. You should ask him.
Okay. He goes up and he knocks on the door. A few seconds later, the door opens and your uncle is squatting down looking inside of it. He goes, I'm sorry, we didn't get your name when my niece was out here talking to you. Rylan? He goes, thank you, Rylan. Are you all right, son? He goes, yeah. Why? No reason. Just want to make sure you're okay. You look a little shaky. No. I'm fine. Have a good day. And he shuts the door.
Is there like a place? Can you go around out back?
Your uncle walks back over and goes, that's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Something don't sit right with me.
I agree. Is there like can you go around the building?
Give me a perception check as you walk around the building.
To perceive a building? Well, apparently I can't perceive shit.
I mean, you can roll with advantage because your uncle's with you.
All right, Uncle. Help
Or he
me
can
out
roll.
here.
Or let him know. You just rolled. I'm not going to do that after you rolled. Let me do that. I'll roll for him. That's cocked. Ooh, 19.
Good, because Leah apparently didn't
It's
notice anything.
It's a small building, and there seems to be only one entrance in, and the other entrance is, a chute where the cows can be walked inside to be milked and such.
Well, right, but I mean, so that's a pretty big door.
Yeah.
Do we see anything?
Not anything out of the usual, just the cows eating. So what do you think about all this, Leah?
Well, I get the sense that Ryland is lying.
He was a bit too fidgety, if you ask me.
I agree. So, these were supposedly loyal customers, but he didn't know anything about them. There's only 2 dairy places, and the neighbors seem pretty convinced that John worked at a dairy farm. The other one seems like a slightly newer operation, and he was much more forthcoming and much more open. He didn't seem like he was lying about anything, whereas this one looks like maybe he's out on his luck a little bit. Maybe that the routes have been getting swallowed up by the other company, so maybe he's fallen on hard times, or maybe something has caused him to resent that. I don't know. It seems like he's just not doing as well as the other places.
Whoa. There's something out there in the field. Looks like something's metal sticking up out there.
Let's go look.
All right. Look, pay attention to the windows. Make sure he's not looking out here at us.
Okay.
Okay. He goes over to the fence, and it's actually like a 3.5-foot fence that he easily just kind of steps over bends it down a little bit, like a wrestler, like the Big Show stepping into the ring in the WWE. Reaches back, grabs you with one hand, and picks you up and lifts you and sets you down. Yeah, he's a big fella.
Convenient.
All right. He goes, all right, let's go see what this is.
All right. Move towards the thing.
The thing. Ah. Well. Never mind. It's just a broken plow that's half buried here.
Let's take a look at it. Like, how long has it been broken? Is it, like, grown over, or...?
You got to look a little bit closer at it. But something else kind of catches your eye. There's vines. Moving. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
6.
Ooh, and that's a natural 1 for your uncle, as both of you are standing there, and vines begin to reach up and snap themselves around your ankles and around your hands as well, holding you in place, just jumping to life, almost by means of... Magic. Excuse me, what are you doing in my yard?
What are you doing with murder plants?
I think you've asked a little bit too much questions.
Really? You think that these plants are common? Do you think that these are typical for you to have? This is a hazard to your cows. This is a hazard to people walking the right of way. This is a hazard to the entire area. And I don't particularly like your tone, mister. The fact that you have a plant that is trying to murder people.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to take care of that then, won't we? Roll for initiative.
Larga smash! Do it!
Larga is looking around, seeing what's going on, but that will come next on his turn.
13.
Let me take out my pen. So you rolled a 13?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me roll for him. Oh, he rolled a 13 as well. What's your dexterity?
+1.
So is his. Is it a 12?
Yeah.
All right, roll your D.
I was gonna say let him go first anyway, because he's like.
Oh, you want to? Oh yeah, he needs to go first. Okay, then he'll go first. And then your uncle. He rolled an 8, so he will go. This innkeeper.
Yeah, he a big boy though.
All right, at the top of the round, Ryland's going to step forward and hold out his hand, and as he does so, you see just an arc of greenish light, and then out sprays this noxious gas towards your uncle, and he's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw against it.
Yeah, I'm poison spraying my uncle, are you? Rude.
Your uncle is going to save, actually. And as the spray just envelops his face, he takes a deep breath right before it hits him and holds that it collides with him. He closes his eyes almost as if he has been pepper sprayed. It shakes it off, but he seems to be completely fine. And that's going to be into Ryland's turn as he kind of looks a little confused as your uncle's just takes it. Next is going to be Leah. It's your turn.
I need Ryland to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
You're going to perform magic in front of your uncle?
Well,
his eyes are shut.
The nice thing about being a bard is it's a whisper.
Ah, yes, and also his eyes are shut too. So, I did not mean to give you that, but I'm glad you got that. What kind of save? I'm sorry.
Wisdom.
A wisdom saving throw. He rolled a 9.
Failed. Excellent. So he's going to take 3d6 psychic damage.
Oh, what are you using?
I'm using Dissonant Whispers, and I am very specifically using it under my breath.
Wait, but Dissonant Whispers, is that 3d6?
Yeah, 3d6 psychic damage, and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
All right, well then he fails. Go ahead and roll your dice.
Come on, babies. 6, 10, 13 points of damage.
Wait, let me make sure Entangled doesn't hold you back here.
Well, it's Whisper, so it's from my mouth.
Right, you are restrained. What kind of components does it have?
Verbal.
Oh yeah, then you can definitely cast that, no problem. And how much damage did you do?
13.
13? So what does it look like? What do you say? What do you whisper?
I'm basically gonna do, whisper the word murder, but have, it overlap and overlap and overlap, and just discordant and uncomfortable, male and female, anguish, torment. Only to him. He's the only one who can hear this.
You reach out to that source of whatever it is that provides you with your power, and you can feel it a little firmer than you used to. Used to could. That's one of Connor's phrases. We're going to put that on a hat. Used to could. Anyways, it's there. You grasp onto it. You feel it empower you as you whisper out the word murder. And over and over and over, and it's lapping, and he just starts screeching. He's like, no! That's not what happened. And he starts to run away from you, going back inside the building. Is that the end of your turn? You're currently restrained.
Because you have to use an action to get unrestrained, right?
Correct.
So I don't think I have anything else that I can do.
I don't think you have any bonus actions you could use. Largo goes on his turn while you're thinking, and I'll let you backtrack
No,
if
there's
need be.
nothing I can do, so you're good.
Largo goes, shakes his eyes open. He goes, "Where'd he go?"
He headed back in.
Flexes, and you just see your uncle stand up and pull his arms as the vines begin to break. And that's a natural 20 that he breaks out of his restraints and then looks over at you and he goes, "Let's go find him and take him down."
You get him. I'll get out.
No, and he's going to go and turn to you and try and help you free yourself.
Okay.
At the top of the round is going to be Rylan. Let's see what Rylan does as he has run inside away from you. He has to make a wisdom saving throw again, right?
It doesn't say that. Well, I guess to make him stop running away, but it doesn't say that he has to do anything. He probably just has a really horrible headache right now.
All right. If I remember correctly, I think it's for his turn and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to be inside. He's going to ready an action. Lee, it's your turn again.
Okay, so has he broken me out, or?
No, he has to wait till his turn to do so.
Okay, well, I guess I'll try to get out.
All right. He's going to try. Go ahead and do me a strength save. See if you can take after your uncle a little bit here.
17.
17? That. Hold on. That saves. Yes, so just like your uncle.
Leah flex!
Leah flexes and breaks free of her restraints. All right. Let's go on in then.
Right.
All right, so you both go inside?
Well, which of us wants to go first? Because I bet you he's going to
He doesn't let you go first. He goes, "Let me go in there first." Okay. I don't know what he did. Looks like he can use magic.
Might want to, cover...
Right. We're kind of paused into the initiative right now. He does. He takes the sleeve and rips it and then puts it over his head like a gator, wrapping over his nose and mouth. Not that it's going to do that much. It's not going to help that much, but maybe it'll give him advantage. Because we all know gators.
Well, he can always just, instead of going in normally, just, punch first.
Right. That gator wraps. He actually reaches over and goes, "This will probably help out," and pulls the broken plow out of the ground and now has kind of a makeshift mace now.
Yep.
He goes, "Let's go put him down and we'll explain what happened when the church comes to asking questions."
We should probably try to knock him out.
He's walking. He's already walking inside. He's not happy.
So I'm going to yell over his shoulder, "You done fucked up, boy! You done fucked up!"
Your uncle goes to step inside, and as he does so, I'm going to need for him to make a Dexterity saving throw. Constitution saving throw.
Come on, be constitutional.
It's a 15. And he's going to save as there's a concussive force as the entire house just breaks. The windows shatter out as there's just this bark of thunder that just echoes out and slams into your uncle, knocking him off his feet and back. It's heard for at least 300 feet.
Oh man, those poor cows. Which are they currently stampeding now?
Yes, they are currently running away. They have broken the fence and have taken off down the street.
Well, that'll get the guards pretty darn quick, I should suspect. So I feel like we've killed 2 birds with 1 stone, or, 2 cows with a thunderclap. Whatever.
Right, so that is 6 points of damage. Ooh. So that is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage to have. Your uncle takes 7 as the concussive force knocks him back and off his feet.
6? 6 points of damage?
Yeah.
Not
11
7?
halved.
Well, because 12 halved would be 6, so you can round
Right.
up. So 6, not 7 points of
No.
damage? Okay.
Don't squint at me. Do you want me to give him more damage?
No.
It's always rounded up with when it comes to enemy damage.
Right, but half of 12 is 6, and so 11 is smaller than 12, which would mean...
Half of 11 is...
5.5.
Right,
so
rounded up is...
6, not
right.
7.
Okay.
That was my fault.
My bad. Fine. 6 points of damage. Good thing. Keep me on my toes to kill your uncle. No problem.
I didn't want him to die, because man got a plow he's got to throw at somebody.
All right, it's your turn.
Well, he didn't do his turn, did he?
Rylan did.
Well, Rylan. Oh, am I after Rylan?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
As your uncle is staggered. Narratively.
Okay, that seems uncomfortable. Okay, well, this is another thing that'll be good because I'm going to use vicious mockery because it's just going to sound like I'm talking shit.
Okay. What are you going to say? Usually this was also one word as well.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Can do. It's cocked. Natural 1.
Yes. That's when I do, you done fucked up! And it's 1d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your 1d4 and then you lace the words up with the magic that harms him.
3.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
He may or may not be looking rough.
This man has so much of a headache at this point.
Your uncle gets up, kind of just shrugs it off and goes to walk inside and looks around and apparently sees Rylan standing inside this now broken door. And he's going to go ahead and try and make a swing for this individual. That's going to hit. Let's see.
What
would a makeshift plow do?
It's a scythe,
We're going to do a D10. No, we'll do a D8.
The big-ass scythe?
I'm going to give him a D8. And that's 7 points of damage plus, I would say, 2? Yeah.
At least. Lord of mercy. Angry half-orc with plow will travel.
You just hear, and there's one hit and then a second one, and you see maybe on the outside, the right side of the house just move a little bit as whoever it is got hit by the door. Rylan is going to respond, and he's actually going to produce yet another concussive force you don't see because you're still standing outside, but he's going to do Thunder Wave once again. Your uncle's going to have to make a save. This time he fails.
Oh dear. Do we hear sirens yet?
Wee woo. Wee woo.
Where's the wee woo machines? And it's really just somebody yelling wee woo because they don't have sirens yet.
Alright, so that's going to be 14 points of damage, and your uncle is down for the count. He is just an innkeeper.
Right.
As he slams onto the ground. You see him fall backward as he hit whatever he did, as you saw within the big door that he walked in, and then you see him land and slam onto his back. Mm-hmm. And it's now going to be your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna poke my head in. What does Rylan look like?
He just looks disheveled. He looks cornered. He looks angry and scared and fearful and maybe a little mad as well. But he also looks really rough, if that's also what you're asking.
Yes.
On his last leg.
Okay.
Bruised, beaten.
Yep.
Maybe a little broken. He just got hit with a plow.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Firebolt.
You can cast Fireball at him.
Well,
yeah, that's fine.
Unca's down.
Okay.
So he's, and zonked out.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, yeah, something burst into flames.
Reaching back out to that source of power and throwing your hand forward. Now what happens?
I gotta see if I hit him.
Yep, let's see if you hit him.
And or aim for nat 20.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 1d10 fire damage.
There you go. Double it up.
Yep. Wait, which one's the d10? Is it? No, it's a 12. This one's a 10. 7.
Oh.
4.
4. A total of?
11 fire damage.
As you reach out your hand and you begin to cast, his eyes widen. He goes, "You're just like me." And then,
and I say, "I am nothing like you."
Ooh! As you fire, slams into him, slams him up against, chars his shirt, slams him up against the back of his wall again, and he collapses.
I'm trying not to kill him.
Unconscious.
Okay, cool.
Your uncle, where is he? As he starts standing up, because half orcs always can come back with 1 HP, yes. And so he starts standing back up. And like,
Uncle, he's down for the count.
Oh, he's going to be down for the count.
Uncle, they need to know about this.
Know about what? Who?
There could be other people that he hurt.
Hold on. Sorry. Ancestral rage and all that.
I understand.
Bring it in.
I get that a lot.
We sabois.
Especially once a month. I totally feel you.
When he starts cracking up at that. Oh, here comes the guards. Oh, there he is. What knocked him out?
I'm going to do the Catwoman thing. You ready?
What cat? You going to do what now?
The Anne Hathaway Catwoman thing. You ready?
Oh, if you want to. Go ahead. What's
guards...
going on here?
I'm so glad that you're here. He attacked us with magic.
He attacked with magic.
And he targeted and you and my
Easy,
brother
easy.
locked up.
Who's this? Sir, he goes, magic. Yes, he did. That's what happened.
And I'm like dissolved in tears, just weeping.
Roll me a deception check with advantage. Like a real bard.
I got the same thing twice. 12.
12? He goes, so wait, he attacked you with magic. What was you doing here?
We found a cat, and the cat was, well, they used to live in a house, but
A cat?
yeah, and I wanted to see where the milk came from, because, like, poor kitties, they need the same thing, or they get really, really upset, and I wanted to see about the milk, and he got mad
All
and
right,
upset,
it's all right,
and-
ma'am. Please get out of the way.
Okay.
All right, and they go inside and they start investigating, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. They,
I'm gonna have Uncle Larga put the poisoned milk bottle down.
okay, as you do that, he's like, oh yeah, and pulls it out of a little
It off.
Yeah, wipes off a little bit, and sets it,
No
and then
fingerprints.
he nudges a guard going by, and he goes, something funny about that milk. I think I tried to take a swig and it didn't taste right. And the guard's like, oh, okay, fine. He sets it, and then with his other hand he touches the guy. Big guy trying to be stealthy. Remember, he's a little nimble fingered. Remember what he did with the mark of the mark he had.
Oh yeah.
The mark of management. Excuse me.
Yep.
So. Turns out that Rylan was keeping a diary that one of the guards finds and begins reading over and says, somebody get a hold of the captain. I think we found what happened to the murders we heard about earlier today from the reports. I'm like, oh yeah, and he starts reading through here, and he's like, why do they always write it down?
Today I killed 2 people. It was excellent. And it was also a little rainy.
It turns out that Mr. Rylan had been having an affair with Mr. Pikeland.
Mm-hmm. I knew it.
You said it was one of the two, so you were right on it. It was either he was in debt or it was a love affair, and you got it. It would seem that Mrs. Pikeland found out about it, unsubscribed from the milkman stopping by, a little twist on the milkman tale, and he didn't take too kindly to that. So he poisoned the milk using poison spray. So it was a magical poison. He says, yeah, all the evidence is in here. Don't worry. We'll get all this back to the right people. I'm sorry, what was your names again?
I'm Leah.
Oh, okay. And then you, sir? I'm Lorca. Okay. Y'all from around here?
I'm not.
I own a tavern. Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll take your names down, and y'all two have a good day.
All right, let's go see if we can get...
They carry off
Jimothy
an
out.
unconscious Rylan.
Let's go see if we can, 1, get you looked at, 2...
I'm fine.
You don't look so fine.
They just took me
Hacks
back to my
everywhere.
drinking days. I'm fine. I'll heal.
Okay, well, I'm going to basically take his hand, like we're walking back, and be like, you're right, I bet you're even feeling better already. And he gets,
He begins to cough.
what's my spellcasting modifier again?
Charisma. Bard?
He gets 5 hit points back.
He goes, yeah, just a little soreness in the back. Night's sleep, I'll be good to go.
You absolutely will.
You have, we gotta get you back, though. You gotta get some practicing done. You remember, tomorrow night's a big night for you and your little group.
We should probably make sure Jimothy gets out, though. They probably won't feed him the 8 requisite meals he requires at the jail.
I'm sure they're gonna let him out. I'll go stop by the precinct. Let's get you back and get you washed up as well, okay?
Okay. I'm not the one who nearly took a house down, Uncle.
Easy.
It was a good workout.
It was insane. I've never seen anybody other than the clerics and those in the officers in the lance perform magic like that. I can see why it can be so scary.
Yeah. But, of course, I don't think it has to be. I think it's like anything, right? Like the plants, Not all plants are poisonous. In fact, we need most of them to survive. It's one of those things where if you have a healthy respect for it and you take good care of it, it won't hurt you. I feel like it's kind of like
I'm just an old innkeeper. I'm proud of you. You did well today.
And so did you, Uncle.
Oh, shucks. And you see the half-orc, the teal kind of turns a little purple as you two head back to the inn. Thank you for listening. Please leave a review anywhere you found us. You can reach out to us on Twitter at Bountiful Bards. We hope to see you again on the civilized road.
And bring bread and cheese.
As the story goes, until then.